midlife trifecta for women, and you know what, and men, because men have hormones too that are starting to shift at midlife. So we have the midlife trifecta. Right? Let me see if I can get this. Sorry guys, I'm still kind of working this out here. Here we go. Okay, there's the ring light. Okay. So midlife trifecta. What do I mean by that? I mean, in midlife, one, that's the two biggest things that are talked about, especially with women, are hormones, the hormone monster. Oh, your hormones, your hormones. Is it that time? It's the hormones. Well, there's a lot more going on, in my opinion, than just hormones. But we're going to put that down because that is a big part of the shift that's happening. So hormone change. Okay, so trifecta, we got three things, right? So what's the second thing? The aging paradigm. A negative aging paradigm. In midlife, when we hit 40, when we start to be told that we're in midlife, the negative aging paradigm starts to crumble our dreams, crumble our empowerment. And so it's really important to bust through that aging paradigm. So we're going to put that negative aging paradigm. I'm going to get to your comment in just a minute. Thank you for commenting, negative aging. Okay, what did you say? I feel a little stuck. All areas of my life are great, but money, I don't understand. Where's the block? Oh, you know what? Thanks for really being vulnerable and saying that. Yes, 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 yes. So that's one of the things I help people with is trying to find the vibrational block and starting to see where your life is showing up really, but it's showing up a different way than you thought it was going to, right? Okay, so we're going to go over that. So this third thing is really important. It's the aging trifecta. It's the third thing that people don't talk about that much. And it's number 3. It's our rising consciousness. Our rising consciousness looks a lot like hormone change, okay? So when people say, oh, it's just your hormones, I'm like, no, 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 no. It's the negative aging paradigm, which is a stuck feeling. What a stuck feeling is when the present moment, the present moment is misaligned with your future desire. These two are mismatched and they equal stuckness. So where are you in the present moment? A lot of times we're over here recreating our present from a past reality. Okay? So when we feel stuck, the present moment is not lining up vibrationally with our future desire. And in the present moment, when we feel stuck, we're really creating it from a past experience. So when someone just said they were having, life's great, but the money situation. So it's important to take a look at where are you creating your present moment and a future reality from the past experience. And this is where subconscious reprogramming and cleaning out the vibration around money comes around. And I know that seems simplistic. We got to dive a little deeper. And sometimes going into words and thoughts is we don't understand because we've done so much work on ourselves, right? We've done so much clearing. We've done so much. But sometimes we can get to it. And this is why I love voice. Sometimes we get to it through the sensation and just sounding out and shifting the vibration just with our voice. And we don't have to know what it is. We don't have to know where it came from. We don't have to know what adult we adopted it from. We don't have to know any of that. We have to be willing to sensate the vibration under all of that. And sometimes that's the deepest layer. There are no words for it. So, Coach, you were talking about feeling stuck in midlife, feeling you have this money stuckness. So, this is how I would guide someone that I work with. Guide a client is you guide them down into their past and just be like, okay, what does money taste like? What does money feel like? What does money look like? What is money? What is your relationship to money? And you just kind of go into that, and all of a sudden you start to feel something there, right? And if it doesn't feel completely flow and light, there's something there to move. And from there, what you want to do is just go, surrender your own voice to that sensation. Now, density a lot of times doesn't sound super pretty. So it might sound like a groan. It might sound like a grumble, right? Or you can just give light right to it. I agreed. I do all the work too. I feel it. Maybe I don't know how to do your clearing. You clean the vibration. Yeah. So a lot of the work is with thoughts, because thoughts get us to our emotions and then get us to the feelings. I'm a real advocate for really getting under all of that to the root vibration. And this is how you do it, right? So if you have money blocks, right? A lot of times they say money blocks have nothing to do, are not a money problem, right? Perhaps it's a receiving. How to clean the vibration. Okay, so were you just on here? You just start asking for, are you willing to receive your success? Are you willing to receive abundance? And start to sensate deeper in your awareness if there is like a heaviness. If you sensate kind of like a maybe even like a tightness or a heaviness, that's the block. Okay, that's the denser vibration. And from there, you're going to give your voice to that denser vibration. And you're just going to groan. You're going to move that energy. Now, when you're groaning and toning like that, it will shift. And as you move, the density, the vibration will start raising up. The energy's moving. The energy's quickening. And when the energy's quickening, the vibration's raising. And your voice might shift around that too. Oh, it might kind of go up. Now, one of the tones that is really good for getting stuck energy, getting that dense stuckness out of there is E. It's an odd harmonic, and just the tone of it really gets into slow, dense, stuck energy and starts moving it, starts breaking it apart. So that's how you do it. What if it could be that simple? And so we got to get these two things. We got to get the past, present, and future aligned vibrationally. Okay? You got to get them aligned vibrationally. Okay? Because they sit on top of each other like this, right? Past, present, and future. They're all happening at the same time. So whatever's happening here is happening here, is happening here. Whatever's happening here is happening here, is happening here. So we've got to align all of it vibrationally. And you can do that with the voice. Now, I work with midlife people because at midlife, we have lived half our life with certain densities, with a certain past. A lot of us are creating our present moment from a past reality. And when we do that, these are all lined up with a past vibration, and you're like, but I want to be living a future abundant vibration. You've got to live that in your past first, and then you can live it in your present, and then you can be in your future with it. So how do you clean up your past? You go to it, because it's still living in you. It's still living in you vibrationally. You go to that past. You feel it. It's dense. It's heavy feeling. It's like, it doesn't feel light, because your highest consciousness is a feeling of flow and lightness. So anything that's a contrast to that feels like it is dense. You'll feel a contrast, and you go to that contrast, and with the Abraham Hicks work, you would talk yourself through it with thoughts and statements. I like doing it with sound. I find it to be a lot quicker, and you don't get tripped up in the head. You do it with your own sound. So you have to be willing to use your voice. So if you're not willing to use your voice, then there's something there to clean up too, because our voice, let's see, oh my God, yes, never thought about it like that. Oh, cool. I'm so glad. I was at their seminar. Oh, cool. Yeah. I love Abraham Hicks. I listen to him on their website and everything like that. But I really find that the sound is kind of leading edge underneath this, right? I really find like it's a lot quicker to get to it with sound rather than words and defined thoughts, because any word has a vibrational definition, and it's boxing you in because it's been used so many times. It has a lot of defined vibration. So if you go clean up underneath here with just vibration of sound with no defined words, I feel like it's going to move quicker. That's just my thought on this, and that's what I teach. So for the ladies, I have a 10-week midlife support training, and I go over all of this. You do a mind-body detox with sound. We go over midlife reset. Anyway, if you're interested in that, go to my webinar, free webinar, and at the end you can sign up for a strategy call, and we can talk about if you're a match for the 10-week program. Kind of interview people, because I only take 4 people on a month, so I can really spend a lot of time with people. Okay, so where were we? So the past, present, and future, right? PPF. We want all of that to be aligned vibrationally, right? And when they're not, because they're all happening at the same time. So, good afternoon. Hello, Nurse Rose. Hello. Thanks for joining in. Happy lunchtime. We're talking about our midlife vibration, and how we come up to midlife, and we start to notice that our consciousness is raising. And with that becomes an awareness that we feel stuck. And we're stuck because we're creating our lives from a past reality, and we got to clean up that vibration so we can be living the vibration of our lightness. And so I feel like when we do that in midlife, then we can age well. We can bust out of the negative aging paradigm here, and we can live our elder years wise and in leadership, rather than disempowered and dying, right? I mean, the idea is, we only have so many years in these bodies, but do we really, and Abraham Hicks talks about this, you actually don't have to decay, right? If we don't clean up ourselves vibrationally, that's when we start decaying. That's when we get disempowered. That's why we fall prey to this negative aging paradigm. Yes, true freedom is vibrational freedom. It's vibrational alignment. And so that's what I teach with the power of voice. So what does this have to do with midlife, and voice? It has everything to do with it, because one of the things that I'm very passionate about is that we have a superpower, and that is our voice. Now, our voice is really good for communicating, like I'm talking to you right now, and it's really good for performance, right? I've been a singer-songwriter. I perform all the time. But there's a third thing that doesn't get talked about. And it doesn't get talked about because it's a hidden power they don't want us to have. They, whoever they is. We are powerful beyond belief. We have telepathic capacities. We can shift energy. We have healing capacities. And I really believe that our voice is one of our healing capacities, our own voice. Now, yes, I make sound healing recordings for people, and they are potent and they get a lot out of them. So listening to sound therapy is very helpful. But I also love empowering people to use their own voice because it is a superpower to move energy, to process energy from the past, to get in alignment so that your past, present, and future are all running on the same like radio station, the same vibe, right? It's when we feel stuck and we're like, why isn't this working in my life? How many of you have felt that? Let me see in the comments. You've done so much personal growth. You've done so much spiritual growth. You've tried this, and that. Why is life still showing up a certain way? It's because your past, present, and future are not aligned vibrationally. And there is some kind of contrast and discrepancy. And so what I teach is getting up every morning and aligning yourself. Aligning yourself with your source, with your light, with your whatever you want. With God, with angels, whatever you want. I tune into my source self and I sovereignly connect, and then I sing out whatever that tone is for me. And I make sure that I'm tuning myself. Because if we don't tune ourselves, we are like a ping pong ball bouncing all over the room, picking up everyone else's vibration and aligning with it. So we have to grab the reins vibrationally and say, this is where I'm hanging out this morning and the whole day. And you want to check in like every hour until you really are able to sustain your lightness. And you'll notice that if you have like a regular routine and you aren't around a lot of people, you can like hang out and really sustain your energy. Like last month, I went and spent 7 days attached to the hip with my family. And by the end of the 7 days, I didn't do any in training. I didn't do any practice. Kind of fell off the wagon. Everything was going so fast. It was a family reunion. And by the 7th day, I got triggered. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't take care of my own vibration. I mean, it's sustained for a whole week around all my family, but by the last day, I definitely like dipped and I was tired. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't taking care of myself. And your vibration dips when you don't take care of yourself and when you don't take care of aligning and tuning yourself every day. And it doesn't have to be, it's, if you tack it on to say lunchtime or teeth brushing time, tune yourself, right? Or set an alarm on your phone and just tune yourself, right? So how do you tune yourself? Let's talk about that. Yay, Rose! I'm preaching to the choir here. So how do you guys tune yourself and align yourselves? What are your favorite practices to tune? Yes, I'm going to tell you that. My favorite practice, I'm going to put this over up here. My favorite practice, one of my favorite practices to tune myself is before even getting out of bed, I just do a body scan. I actually did it in one of my TikTok posts recently. I do a scan. Oh, I take a tone. Oh, and I scan my body and I tune in to what feels dense. Where's the contrast to my lightness? And I can sense it. It can feel like heaviness. It can feel like, right? It can feel like bloatedness and density and, whatever that feels like for you. So I scan the body. I just make a sound. And I've just noticed that when I make sound, I sometimes get awareness. So that's pretty cool. So then I just become aware of where the density is. And I go to that. And then I do something called the ABCs. So it's really cool. It gets you out of your mind. And what you do is you just you go to that density and you make a sound for every letter of the alphabet, and you spend that much time on that. Now, if one sound, say like E, feels really good, it feels like it's really working it, stay there. And then keep going. And just go through every letter of the alphabet to make sound, to just rev that energy and move it. Okay, all stuckness is slowed down energy, unprocessed, right? So just move it. And I can't even tell you how many times that I was nervous I was just going to be crabby all day. And I just went to this tension, this density, and I took the time to make the sound, find the density, give it sound, do my ABCs, and it lifted. And I was happy. And I was in a good mood the rest of the day. So that's what I recommend, is before you even get out of bed, find yourself and tune. And then what I love to do is tune myself to what I call the somatic vortex note. And that is a note that I've been cultivating. And sometimes I do like a whole workshop on cultivating this note. But basically, you can do a shortened version of it. You can tune into you can say this, it's an access consciousness mantra. All life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. You can say that. And then you say, I'm going to tune to my highest source self. And when you say those two things, and then you let out a sound, and it just starts tuning the whole field and every cell and space of your being to ease, joy, and glory and source. That's how I do it. I am teaching over on New One Earth. I should put that link in my bio. I'll do that as soon as I get off this. I am teaching over on New One Earth a course called, it's a 2-hour course, workshop, I guess, called Tune Yourself to Love. And it's really affordable. It's only $35. I will put the link in there. It's also on my website, RebeccaAbraxas.com. If you go to the front page of RebeccaAbraxas.com, and the link's over on my bio link too, you'll see the little squares and stuff. It's the third square over, Tune Yourself to Love. That'll bring you to the New Earth page, and you can register. It's a 2-hour workshop on how to tune yourself to love. We're going to do voice work. We're going to do mantra work. We're going to be talking about what tuning is. And yeah, it's going to be great. And it's really affordable. So go take that class, Tune Yourself to Love. It's on October 7th from 1 to 3 Mountain Time. So yeah, I think Mountain Time. So I would love to have you there. All right. Let's see. So those are my 2 favorite ways to tune. Any questions about that? Or how about we do a little tuning right now? Okay. One of my favorite things to do is to tune to source and just spontaneously sing. You can kind of grab onto that frequency, sing along if you want, or just receive, and let's tune ourselves. Let's tune ourselves to our highest source selves. Okay. Anyone sing along? Feels so good. Feels so good. So another way to break up stuck energy is to really like tune into it and feel it and do rattle baths. Shaman and the Native Americans did that. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach. That feels really good to do. Just open yourself up to spontaneously singing light, source. So one of the things I just say before I tone like that, I just say, I am light. And then I just let that frequency come through my voice. So that's what I do. I'm here in Boulder, Colorado, and every third Friday, this Friday, I'm leading a sound circle. I call it illuminated because every time we leave these circles, we feel so illuminated. But I am going to be doing them every Monday night live online as well. So we'll be doing that live on Mondays on TikTok Live and YouTube Live. So you can tune into those at 7:15. Where I get the crystal bowls out. We do a chakra clearing. We'll do the drum sounding. I'll just lead us in some chants and do an energy check-in. If you are in midlife and would like a midlife support talk, I'm going to be doing that once a month, and it's the last Thursday. And so that's going to be a Zoom thing. So let me know if you're interested in that. I need to get that link up in my bio link as well. That's going to be something you need to sign up for. It's free, but just so that I can get you guys the Zoom link. So you'd have to sign up and I can email you the Zoom link. So that'll be something that we can really be interacting with. But it's free. It's a free offering because I really feel like this is going to be for midlife women. We really need to be having conversations. We need to be sharing our stories and having the conversations that aren't had about midlife, and that's how our power is taken away because we feel like we're going nuts, and so we feel like we're fading away, and so these talks are really important. And then I'll let you know if there's of course, there's further support if you need further support. But I just want to offer my community these two free things: the free weekly sound bath, and then the monthly midlife reset support group. And then some of my clients will be there as well through time, because I have a 10-week support group where we do deep shadow work with voice and vibrational reset. So that program's pretty cool. So you can, let's see, I only take like 4 people in that program. So if you want the if you want the information on that program, let me know. I can just send it to you and we can have like a call. You can ask questions about it, or you can just go to the free webinar on my bio link, and it'll kind of give you the training around what the webinar is about or what the training's about. Coach Yessie, cool. I don't know if I can put links in the so just let's like each other, and I'll find a way to get you all this information. And there is a free sound bath also if you want to check that out. My YouTube channel has like not over 900 videos through the years on like awakening and sound baths and light language and chakra reset. So tons of free stuff over there on my YouTube channel. So feel free to go over there and get as much as you want, listen to as much as you want. But if you want a download, you can get that over. It's a light language nervous system sound bath. Okay, I'm going to be wrapping up in about 10 minutes because I have to get ready for a show that I do at an Alzheimer's center. I have a program called Wellness Through Music. So I wear a lot of hats as a sound therapist and musician. I'm doing a sound bath, a live event on Friday. I have today's senior wellness through music for Alzheimer's patients. I'm singing my original song, Positive Music, over at Unity Church this weekend on Sunday. And then, tomorrow I'm doing my Midlife podcast, which I'm going to start doing regularly and put up on YouTube weekly. So doing a lot of stuff. So I do a lot of like awakening work, and then my new passion is working with midlife women going through the perimenopause, menopause Carter, and going through that awakening process. I love working with midlife women in that way. So, yeah. So any questions about vibrational alignment, the trifecta here, hormones, negative aging paradigm, and rising consciousness, and how that creates like kind of like a perfect storm where sometimes we feel very depressed, we feel dizzy, we feel tired, we're having hot flashes, we feel like we're dying, we feel like we're high, we feel like we have no motivation, we feel like no one understands us, we feel like we don't have any friends anymore because we just don't relate to them. Like all that stuff, that's what's happening in midlife. And these are the conversations that are really important to have. So if you have any questions about that, and one of the ways that I use is your own voice, teaching people how to use voice for all of this. Thank you so much, Coach Jessie. Really appreciate that. It's been nice having you here. And thanks for your comments and your shares, because these lives come alive with your comments and asks. So thank you, Coach. Yeah. So another tool that I've learned to use are these tuning forks. Powerful. I've learned how to you put them along the sides of the back, and can you guys hear that? So the vibration goes into the body. I've learned how to put these on meridian points. So like right here, oh, that's sore on me. Fall, for me, I get a lot of congested lung energy. So I just hit this and I put that right on that lung meridian, and it clears out the lungs. And then if I wanted to add extra support there, I would put the intention of clearing my lungs, clearing grief, make a sound, and that equals the outcome. So I'm going to do that. So this is a really good point for the lungs. It's like there's the crease, and then it's right on the side here. And if your lung meridian is congested, it'll be a little sore. Okay. So I forget how like the different seasons are associated with certain organs. I know spring is liver. Maybe fall is lungs. That seems where I always feel it. So does anyone know that map? Okay, the lung meridian actually starts up here, and you can kind of feel it. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, right there. Right there. So again, these are acupressure points and acupuncture points. So these would be the points where someone would put needles or press down. And when you put the vibration of the fork on that congestion, it moves the energy. The key to midlife trifecta is moving energy, right? Getting into your flow, raising your vibration. So getting the energy moving quicker. So it's really simple. So everything relates back to that. So our hormone changes they get hard when our adrenals are taxed, when there's a heaviness in our adrenals, when the adrenals need rest or detox. So it's like, if we can really move the energy in our adrenals and give it some rest, give it some light, it can help with the hormone production. Because once your ovaries shut down, the adrenals take over, along with the receptors in your fat cells. So love your menopause and perimenopause weight. If you're gaining 10 pounds through perimenopause, it's healthy. It's your body's wisdom. It's helping you make estrogen while the ovaries shut down their production. So let your body's wisdom take over. And then take out like the extras, like the pastries, the chips, the wine, all of those things. Just take them out of your diet. And if you need them in your diet, you need to go deep into your subconscious, into your past, and see why you need those in your diet. Because your body does not need them and does not want them. And they're not in alignment. Now, once in a blue moon, yeah, have a few, like half a glass of wine if you want. I've been sober now because through perimenopause, I was like, there's no way. This is not working. This is poison for my body. So you need to start assessing at midlife what's poison for your body and what's not. What's raising its vibration and what's dropping it. And that's what I go over with midlife women in their the 10-week program. So I take 4 people a month, 4 women a month, and we go through this major reset vibrationally. And I help you really take a look at what things to say yes to and what things you must say no to, because it's not a vibrational match. And it's a process. And before we go through that lifestyle thing, we go over detoxing your body, energy, emotions, mental body, your intuition, and your spiritual body. We clear all that out so that when we go to your midlife lifestyle reset, it's pretty easy. Because when you clear out the density from the past and all those areas, you're not attached to the lifestyle things anymore. You don't need to numb out with wine or food. You don't need the friend that's kind of subliminally putting you down, because your subconscious has been cleared out and you're weeding the garden. It's not a match anymore vibrationally. So I think it's a great 10-week program. And if you would like more information about it, sign up for a discovery call, or you can check out my free webinar training that kind of goes into some things a little deeper. All right, beautiful people. It's been great spending some time here with you. And yeah. So if you haven't followed, follow me. I'll follow you back. We can start building this community of midlife awakening together. Okay. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.